What is a lion without his pride? What is a whale without his pod? What is a monkey without his troop? What is a wolf without his pack? The answer is very simple. They are the same thing that a human being is without a tribe. Pray.
Peace, family. Yo, thank you for joining us. Right? And I'm thrilled to announce the fact that we are now releasing our first free e-course. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, see some of the stuff we do. Come and join the tribe. Tribe up with us and check out the free e-course. I'm going to make sure that the URL pop up right about here. And it'll probably be somewhere in here. Check us out, family, because we are building. Come and learn about Geometry Journey, and let's build together.
Women, but the most important goddesses were black, not just for the African now in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey. The woman who draws, who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is
Habaragani, Bombskin & Co. is the true definition of self-care.
Spirit Over Flesh LLC is a wellness-based business where we heal through words. I'm Tiandra. I'm the founding servant leader. It is a Black-owned, woman-owned business that was founded in Ohio, but that can serve the world. Through virtual sessions, either by phone or video conference, we have a conversation. We always start with a 15-minute consult where we just make sure that I learn a little bit about you, you learn some about me, and then we schedule some time to be intentional about your wellness journey. During the time, it's about education and empowerment. You are your own best doctor from within. So I'm literally someone who is just intentional in the space and drawing questions out of you to get you further on your wellness journey. Sessions are typically starting at $80, but if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're going to go ahead and take 20% off. It's about getting you well so that we can be well, right? Kujichagulia and Ujima, collective responsibility. So grateful for the opportunity to support you in your wellness journey. If you're interested, go to my website, spiritoverfleshllc.com. There's a button that says Let's Connect. Fill out the form, and I'll get right back to you. Again, that's spiritoverfleshllc.com. I look forward to supporting you in your wellness journey and healing through words.
Are you heading out of town or have a special occasion? What about birthdays, anniversaries, or reunions? Get the best deals and inexpensive rental car rates, midsize sedans, compact cars, and more. We have a variety of fleet vehicles to accommodate any and all of your rental car needs. Make a reservation today at your local budget rental car on Hamilton Road in Whitehall. Call 614-863-7500.
Happy Kwanzaa. I'm Carla, and my sister Karen and I own Two Natural Sisters. We've been in business for 5 years, and we sell a line of natural bath, body, and candle products. Let's take a look. Follow us on social media, Facebook and Instagram, at Two Natural Sisters. All items that are in stock will be shipped within 24 to 48 hours. As a promotional item, we offer a CD of Black romantic poetry of self-love and coupled love, and 50% discount on Sister Locks, Brother Locks by consultant Sapphire Donetta Mahadi. If you have any questions, you can reach us at customercare@twonaturalsisters.com. Enjoy and happy Kwanzaa.
Come on in, fam. Excuse the title. Got the wrong title. We gonna go and have a good time anyway. The actual story is the oxen and the butcher. The oxen and the butchers. Let's get it. I'm opening up the black lines.
Best described as a celebratory art experience that exudes hella blackness. Initially, the company was founded to provide a luxurious but affordable art experience, and it's since transformed itself into something a bit more spiritual. By walking in what I believe to be my truth, I've been able to get in contact with my ancestors and use my platform and my art, my gift, to tell their untold stories. I do that by using different textures, by utilizing different mediums, colors, and just making things pop out so that it's open for interpretation. I love creating, and I can't wait to be of service to you. Thank you.
I am a genius. My ancestors were geniuses. My ancestors have made me a genius in all that I think, say, and do. I must declare myself a genius. I'm a genius. Whenever I am myself, I practice my geniusness and do great things. All my thoughts, choices, and deeds must express my geniusness.
I am a genius. My decisions must always be in the best interest of myself, my family, my people, and my God. Only then will I and everyone I know that I am a genius.
I am a genius. At all times, my geniusness must reflect my culture. My geniusness must serve my God. My geniusness must make me be one in love and harmony with my family. My geniusness must protect my people. Yes, at all times, I must demonstrate excellence because I am a genius.
The Purpose Driven Society is a Black-owned, woman-owned business local to Columbus who creates accessories that have intentional messaging. Our specialty are buttons. Buttons can be worn anywhere, on a shirt, on a book bag, on a hat. The beautiful thing about buttons is that you can change them and switch it up depending on your mood or the day. For Election Day, we wore a very intentional button. On my book bag, my student's book bag, it says, "You are already intelligent, educate yourself." Buttons are empowering with the messages that we create. Again, we do them very intentionally. At the Purpose Driven Society, we're minding our Black-owned business and hope that you'll help mind ours too by doing business with us. Our buttons go for $3 for one, $5 for two, $7 for three. But if you mention Kwanzaa 2020, we're doing a special where you'll get an assortment of buttons for just $20, and we'll ship anywhere in the country. So again, that's the Purpose Driven Society. We can be reached at thepurposedrivensociety@outlook.com. Send us an email, and we will put together a very intentional bag of buttons for you and ship it straight to your home. Happy Kwanzaa. Thanks for doing business with us.
What's up, family? I'm trying to see what's going on with me. I know I always end up doing other stuff, but I'm sitting up here like, why my stuff ain't working? Family, I want to thank you for joining us for Folktales for Grown Folks. I don't have the music right now. I'll get the music and put it up on another episode. I ain't gonna hold you too long. We're gonna sit up here and we're gonna rapitate. I see my kids have been down here messing with my stuff again. But anyway, let's go and do it. Shouts out to Mama Margarita. I see you out there. All right, so let's go on and, well, first, let me share with you what I got. Told you I need a lot of space. So, right here, I have that I'm about to open for you. We got us another hard drive. I think this one might be 7 terabytes. But we'll see. Anyway, but I want y'all to check it out. This is what it looks like. I gotta go on and activate the warranty. But it's right here. This holds 7 terabytes of data. I got everything that I need to go on and run it. You know what I'm saying? So what I have to do is figure out how to connect the site to this so that we can download the videos directly to my storage here at the house, so that, you know, I could just go in and erase what I have on the site and not worry about losing it. But hey, I'll put that together probably this weekend. Take some time. It ain't that hard. Just plug it in. I just don't feel like doing it right now. But I want to thank y'all for joining us. I got the lines open. The black lines are open. The black lines are open. I meant to get home early today, but I had a last minute meeting, and I decided I needed to stay and do a little bit more work. And I wanted to get home and read some more of the book that I'm currently reading right now. The book that I'm currently reading is called, I hope I ain't leave it at the office. Please, did I leave it at the... No, I didn't. All right. Book I'm reading now is called The Integration Trap, The Generation Gap by Obata Shaka. I'm going to work to try to get him on the show to talk about the book. It's a very good read so far. I'm going to go on and get into it, get in depth, and maybe be able to bring the elder on the show so that we can kind of conversate about some of the stuff that we need to be thinking about as nation builders and warriors. But anyway, let's get into the folktale. The folktale. The folktale. All right, so the folktale today, on your screen, it says the salt merchant and his ass. That's wrong, and I swear to God, it's not a porno. I have to stress that nowadays. But the folktale that we're gonna be discussing today, the folktale that we are discussing today, I wonder. Hold on, let me see something real quick. So this is not okay. I know what's going on. Hold on. We got some music. I know what's going on now. It only took me a second to figure it out. But we don't have to go and play the music. I know what's wrong now. I was wondering what was going on with the system. There was an update, and it took me a second, but I said, output speakers, where are they going? They wasn't going nowhere, so I had to go on and reroute them so that we would be able to get the music out. I wonder, hold on, let me see something real quick, and then we can get started. Yep, it's coming through. I wanted to make sure it was coming through to y'all over there so I could start adding more songs to the playlist so we can start doing our intros and stuff like that. But hey, first I want to remind you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Giami Journey Media. That's kind of late, anime. I am your host, Brother Hatim. Of course, you know, this is Folktales for Grown Folks. And right now, and as always, this is a Heart of a Simple production, where we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Family. We are here for Folktales for Grown Folks. We're going to do some real wisdom mining. I'm going to break it down. I got the lines up. Black line is open, 614-556-4535. Please listen to the folktale. Call in. We can have a conversation around the folktale if you have some other stuff that you want to bring up. But I'm telling you right now, if we conversate about the folktale, what we will start seeing is that the folktale will, in a sense, make openings up for the conversation that you want to have. All right, so the folktale for the day, I'm going to read it. It's called The Oxen and the Butchers. Now, I just did this one a couple of days ago on
I did this on TikTok. They love this one. So let's go and see if we can have us interesting conversation. This is Folktales for Grown Folks, the long version. The oxen, once upon a time, sought to destroy the butchers, who practice a trade destructive to their race. They assemble on a certain day to carry out their purpose and sharpen their horns for the contest. But one of them, who was exceedingly old, for many a field he had plowed, thus spoke. The butchers, it is true, slaughter us, but they do so with skillful hands and with no unnecessary pay. If we get rid of them, we shall fall into the hands of unskillful operators and thus suffer a double death. For you may be assured that though all the butchers should perish, yet will men never want beef. We got to talk about that one. We really need to have a discussion about that. So let me go and make sure I share my screen with you so that you can see what's going on. We're going to share the screen with you. Come on, screen. There you go. All right. Let's get over here to the screen for one of my favorite sites, the Fables of Aesop. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you want to check out one of Aesop Fables, you can come over here and you go down a little thing and you can pick one, or if you know the name of it, like I give you the name before we do the show, you go and do a quick search and you have the folktale up so that you can have some discussion. There's several different versions. I just read the Townsend version to you. We're going to go through a few other versions and then we're going to get into the conversation. If people call in, great. If not, we're going to still continue and do what we do here at Giami Journey, because I don't know how to do anything else, right? And bring it to you. Some oxen wanted the destruction of butchers. A wise member of the herd said to wait. Butchers slaughter skillfully. If gone, unskilled will do the job. I want y'all to listen to that shit. I want y'all to... So, the question that I want to throw out for you. The moral of this one says, do not rush to change evils. Now, the question that we have to apply, because the old bull was wise, but the old bull had been used to a certain lifestyle. And he asked a question that was a good question. Or he made a statement that was a good statement. But the statement kept the bulls enslaved, kept the oxen enslaved, kept the oxen as prisoners, kept the oxen as meat. Because the butchers wasn't the problem. The problem came up, but they never dealt with the problem. They never dealt with the problem. So maybe the old bull knew something that we didn't know. Maybe the old bull knew something about oxen that we didn't know. And we're going to have to explore that tonight, because I want to bring it up. Because this is a very troublesome folktale, especially when you look at it from an oxen's point of view. From a middle-aged oxen's point of view. From a nation-building oxen point of view. This is a very troubling statement. Can anybody want to take a guess why? Let's go and read some of the other ones. I'm not going, this one right here. The oxen gathered to plot the destruction of the butchers who they saw as the enemy. But an older and wiser member of the herd said, an older and a wiser member of the herd said, it's true, the butcher slaughters us, but they do it skillfully. It's true that they slaughter us, but they do so skillfully. If the butchers are destroyed, we shall be subject to unskilled people and suffer greatly. Butchers or not, men will always want our meat. Townsend version, we just went through it. Do not be in a hurry to change one evil for another. JBR collection. Now here it go in Latin, the moral. See now, with this one, because usually what you find, and one of the reasons I really like this site, is because they usually have discussions. And some of the folk tales, some of the proverbs, some of the folk tales, they have discussion. They have where people have thought about it, but they didn't think about this one. And it's a very, very probably specific reason why they didn't focus on this one. Because many of us find ourselves in the position of the oxen. See, the oxens had the right idea, but they had the wrong target. The oxens had the right idea, but they had the wrong dream. As a matter of fact, their dream was too small because the oxen wasn't going for freedom. They just wanted to get rid of the butchers. Now, the butchers might be vegetarians. The butchers might not even like ox. They might like goat meat because they so used to being around it. You know how when you're around something all the time, you don't necessarily want to indulge in it all the time? You understand what I'm saying? Like a person that when they was young, they started working at McDonald's, and after they work at McDonald's for a few years, they don't even like McDonald's no more. They done ate so much McDonald's that they don't even like it. The butchers don't even eat. Could possibly not even eat in the meat of the beef, in the meat of the oxen. The oxen's focus was wrong. And this is where wise counsel come in. But for all we know, the oxen already knew the mind state. The older oxen may have already known the mind state. Because even if he would have gave them the proper target, would they be willing to give it all? You see, because the oxen didn't want to be free. They just wanted to relieve the pain. They wanted to relieve the worry. So they figured that if they overthrew the butcher, if they killed all the butchers, there would be no one to cut them into meat. But the butchers wasn't the problem. The butcher's customers were the problem. See, the oxen had a dream, but the dream was too small. Many of us live our lives with small dreams. We just want to be comfortable. The oxen just want to be able to graze. They just, you know what I'm saying? But in order for the oxen really to do what they needed to do, they had to be willing to put it all on the line. And maybe this is a wise elder, because it says about him. Let's check out his background. For many a field had he plowed. He had been a slave his whole life. He had been working to make somebody else's program a reality his whole life. So who they took advice from was either, what is it called when you become a product of the system? They say it about people that's institutionalized. Either this oxen was institutionalized, or he knew that the younger oxen were just talking and they didn't want to take it to where it needed to be. So why put everybody in jeopardy? See, sometimes we have to make unhealthy decisions to save some lives. Unpopular. Sometimes we got to speak reason. Are you really willing to go all the way? Are we able to go all the way? I'm just trying to give this old ox the benefit of the doubt. Are you willing to go all the way? Because right now y'all talking about the butchers, and the butchers aren't the problem. We don't work the fields for the butchers. All of us that's pulling carts aren't pulling carts for butchers. The butchers are not the problem. They're part of a larger problem. And are you willing and are you ready to deal with that larger problem? Are we prepared? I see you sharpening your horns. I see you getting ready. But are you ready to take it all the way? Or this oxen could have just been institutionalized. You know, y'all don't, hey, death is bad, but it could be worse. It could be worse. We can have somebody who is unskilled that is cutting us. At least these people that kill us are skilled. Whoa. I mean, that sounds crazy. Right? That the ox, because I want you to think about the oxen have been so institutionalized that they could even find a way to justify staying in oppression. Anybody identify with that? Because the oxen, because I know some of y'all feel me on this. The oxen didn't want to deal with the real problem, and the real problem was man. It wasn't the butcher. So we have to deal with all men. That's the situation that the oxen were in. But they only wanted to deal with the butchers. I only want to deal with a certain type. I only want to deal with the butchers. One butcher per time. Okay. You don't even take out a whole percentage of your problem. You ain't going to take out the butchers. Many of us have dreams. Many of us have ideas. Many of us have these things, but like the oxen, the vision is too small. It's too small. And you definitely can't do it in fear. And you have to be willing to deal with the fallout, because it's a great possibility that the oxen wouldn't have won. And every last one of them would have been slaughtered. But the question is it better to die a comfortable death? Because that's the question that the oxen are dealing with. That's the question that stopped all of them, right, in their tracks. The butchers know how to kill us. And they know how to do it with skill. So they know exactly where to cut so that I die, or at least it seems that I die painlessly. So it is better for us not to kill the butchers, because next thing you know, we will get other individuals that will kill us and they are unskilled. So this elder oxen talked the younger oxen into staying in the position they were, because the butchers would give them a more comfortable death. Has anybody ever been in a position that these oxen are in? Do you know anybody in the position that these oxen are in? We done heard the sayings. It's better to have a demon that you know rather than an angel that you don't know. I mean, that comes from this. Do not rush to change evil. Do not be in a hurry to change one evil for another. Evil is evil. And regardless how it gets you, it's going to get you. Brother Kwame said, well, I'll be a chitty, bang, bang. The other side of that is I might be losing, but at least I look good doing it. I might be getting slaughtered. It ain't losing. I might be getting slaughtered. But at least I ain't uncomfortable. Black folks, was Aesop talking to us? I'm just wondering. Was Aesop talking to you and I? I do talk about it being crystallized wisdom. Was this a message? Was this a message sent from our ancient ancestors? You know who else was in this situation? Haiti. Haiti had to make a choice. We could overthrow these dudes, take over the island, but they could send some other people over here that might not be as skilled as these masters are right here. So the slavery we're going to be in, if we kill these individuals, if we take over the island now, might be worse if. Right? You know what I'm saying? You know, Nat Turner was in this situation. You know that? Because, you know, he could have had a peaceful death. He was a pastor. He was able to go to plantation to plantation. He could have chose, you know, to have a comfortable death. I could go down the list. It's a long list of individuals that was in the position of the ox, but didn't listen to that one ox. That one ox that might be able to talk louder than everybody else. That one ox that might be able to brag about his experience. That one ox that might have been around the world a little bit more. That one ox with that degree or a couple of degrees, or you know what I'm saying, or the iron ring on his hoof. You know what I'm saying? It keeps it from breaking so that he's able to work harder. He got the tools of the master. Please understand that the position that the oxen were in and still are in at this day, in this moment in day, is a description of where we are. I won't belabor the point. I see you, CeeLo. I won't belabor the point. I won't hold you up. You understand what I'm saying? Because I understand it's a Coogee night. It's one of those Coogee nights. A lot of people got stuff to do. I ain't going to hold you up. But I just wanted to make sure that y'all got that one. See, because this one is worth talking about. Right? Because we got young oxen in our community. We got old oxen in our community. We got some oxen that don't even know they oxen. You know what I'm saying? They put on the tie and, you know. I'm just saying. But yo, I would love to see your thoughts on the folktale. Let me bring it down so that y'all can see. I would love to hear your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have us some breaking news about the Chauvin trial. Let's see. Let's see. Where you at? Breaking news. I'm looking for breaking news. Breaking news. Where you at, breaking news? Come on, breaking news. Where you at? I just saw it. I swear to God. There you go. Breaking news. Still can't find it. Where you at? There we go. Derek Chauvin's defense opens with focus on George Floyd's drug use. Rebuttal testimony on use of force. Damn. Damn, a black man can't even die in peace, huh? Can't even be slaughtered in peace, right? You know, it's your fault all the time. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Family, I want to thank y'all for taking time to join us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no calling. Oh, this probably CeeLo calling in late like she usually do. On the way home.
CeeLo just saw you, man.
What's going on?
No, I just went and got my haircut tonight. No, check this out. Yeah, I watch all that. I'm working from home, so I have the trial on all day while I'm working.
Right.
Yeah, they had some old bogus supposed expert on there. He was paid $11,000 for his testimony, and he sitting up there just lying. And they were asking him, well, don't you think that, you know, he was putting more pressure on him when he had both of his feet up in the air and he was bouncing on top of him? He was like, well, possibly. Possibly? Oh. He was like, well, maybe. I mean, this dude, if y'all got a way to watch it, watch it. This dude made me cuss. I was cussing all afternoon. I was like, what? And then they broke in with the, about the lady, the officer, a 26-year-old veteran that don't know a gun from a taser. Are you freaking kidding me?
Ain't that is that in the same? That's not in the same place. Was that in Minnesota?
It's in Minnesota. It's about 15 miles or so from where the thing happened with George Floyd.
Yeah, she resigned. Her and the police chief supposed to resign.
And the chief resigned. Yeah, he ought to resign. Talking about, oh, it looked like it was accidental. No, there's actually a video posted on TikTok.
Yeah, I see it.
Where you can see from her. What do they call that? Body cam, where she actually takes her safety off. You see her remove her safety. There is no safety on
a taser.
Yeah, tasers. I mean, they the weight of it, everything feels completely different than a gun.
Right.
Are you freaking kidding me? You are a 26-year-old veteran. The gun is on your dominant side. The taser's on your other side. You mean to tell me?
Yeah, that's what they're going to tell you. That's what they're going to tell you.
I checked with these people.
And they'll go to court, and they're going to pay another $11,000 to $15,000 for an expert to come in and testify. Oh, it's definitely possible that she was confused.
Who said that?
That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to say. She was confused. It was stress in the moment.
Well, you know what? This is what we mean by defund the police. If you all are that freaking incompetent to do your job, you know, okay, this is supposedly just a traffic stop. So you got to shoot a man in the chest, basically blast him in the heart with a gun, with a 40, what do they carry, a 45 caliber round? Are you freaking kidding me? Can you see the hole that makes? Oh, but and even with George Floyd, they should have wrote him a citation for writing a bad, trying to pass the bill or whatever. Him and the store owner would have went to court. He could have made restitution, or they could have said, hey, did were you unaware that this was, a bad bill or whatever? Do you want to, y'all want to go in there and, pay the thing? Or this did not have to be all of this. If
Right.
this is what you do for these low level, not even petty cash level offenses, y'all gotta shoot and kill people. Y'all gotta
strangle.
asphyxiate a person.
Right.
Are you freaking kidding me? So y'all don't know what y'all doing. Y'all don't need to be doing it. Period.
Well, I mean,
Period.
what we have is an occupying force in our communities, and that's what they're there for, to control.
A hostile occupying force.
A hostile occupying force, and that's what they're there for.
I seriously believe that they have an agenda. He was hell bent on killing George Floyd. He wasn't going to be satisfied with nothing less than that man's death. I believe that I believe the Klan has infiltrated the police force across this country, and I believe they're doing initiations and getting rank in their organization through killing us.
That's a thought. Anybody else? Anybody else got any thoughts about that? The oxen waiting to be slaughtered. Rebellion.
You cannot make this stuff up.
No, you can't. You can't.
She didn't know.
I mean, but like I said, it's first up, I can't even watch it. I can't even watch I can't even watch movies. Well,
I have to watch it because when they come out with their verdicts and they say the stuff that they say, I want to know everything that was said. I want to know every bit of evidence that was presented to them. I want to see for myself firsthand what was said. And if a jury can sit there and listen to the evidence and see what they saw and watch that video over and over again and watch that so-called expert on the stand today, he actually, the prosecuting attorney, when he was cross-examining him, he asked him a question. He said, well, maybe. He was like, you could just see the flabbergast in his eyes. He's like, okay, we just gonna pull this tape up. And we went through it. He went through it frame by frame. He was like, so right there, what is he doing? So you're telling me that was appropriate. You're telling me that was a reasonable judgment call on his behalf. And this so-called crowd that y'all talking about, it's like a handful of bystanders. That's what they were. And none of them were aggressive towards the officers.
Right.
All this stuff y'all
or even approached.
Why?
Did any? Now I don't even think any approached the officers at all.
He told them to stay up on the curb, and they did. So, man, this thing,
now there is
over and over.
Family, be aware, because as a matter of fact, I'm glad you called in, CeeLo. I just posted up something because one of the elders sent me something. I was gonna save it for tomorrow. Man, you about to get me blank. You about to get me blocked for another 30 days. Don't you do it. Don't you? You. They gonna block me for 30 days. No.
What did I do?
Don't worry about it.
What did I do?
Sometimes you got some of the stuff we post on Giami Journey. You got to be careful because they will block us. This is why we got our private group, and this is why we got. So we put some stuff on the main page. You was running the private group, Giami Journey. We got Giami Journey media, both of them, but one is the public page, one is the private.
I am an administrator
on
for
both.
The one where I posted it. Maybe you need to. Oh, okay, I need to check that out then.
Right. Because you used to post all the time in the private.
I have pages that I manage, and they must have changed my settings then. Because when I put pages that I manage.
They do.
They do.
They do. They do.
Oh, they absolutely do. They absolutely do.
And
I know that they do.
But here we go. Let me share this with y'all real quick. Somebody sent out a warning.
Take down anything that it needs to come down, but
No, I don't worry about it now, because regardless of where we take it down now, because actually, now I told you about this. Somebody posted up something last April, not April we in now. Something last April. As a matter of fact, I think the date was April 18th last year. They just took my page down right around my birthday. It just came back up at the end of March. So I was off. I wasn't able to stream from February to March. But for something that somebody posted last April. So
I know, right? I've been getting a bunch of my stuff flagged. They be like, they flagging stuff. Come on, well, this has been fact checked and this isn't right. And I'm like, do you know how long ago I posted that? What are y'all talking
right. This is why we got to start talking about building our own platform so that we can have some of these discussions. Because some of the discussions we can have here, because this is where a lot of people at. Huh?
That's what Trump doing,
right?
Social media platform, because he's like, y'all ain't gonna tell me that my information ain't true. Y'all ain't gonna fact check me. I'm gonna tell you what the truth is. This is the truth over here.
So, and I ain't gonna say
some gangster right there.
That's what we've been working on over here. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to be able to get our stuff out. But anti-riot or anti-protest. 4 Ohio bills will stiffen penalties for demonstrators. This came out on at 10:11 p.m. on April the 12th by Anna Staver. This is from the Columbus Post. The protests around Ohio last summer were organized because people wanted to see change, especially in policing procedures from their elected officials. But a wave of bills introduced by state Republicans were not what they had in mind. These bills would increase the number of arrestable offenses at protests and enhance penalties for crimes committed during demonstrations that turn violent. Supporter of the 4 bills, House Bill 22, we got to talk about that one, House Bill 109, Senate Bill 16, and Senate Bill 41, say the changes are necessary to protect the first responders and peaceful protesters from the lawlessness of last summer's demonstrations. Opponents, however, describe them as photocopies of bills from other states and claim their true purpose is to intimidate people across the country who protest controversial issues like police misconduct. A response to 2020 protests, Americans took to the streets on May 2020 following the death of George Floyd, a black man who died after a white Minneapolis police officer pressed his knee into Floyd's neck. Okay, we know that. The U.S. Crisis Monitor recorded more than 7,750 demonstrations across the U.S. between May and August and found 93% to be neither violent nor destructive. No fatalities were reported in Ohio, but some protesters broke state house windows, damaged business, and spray-painted buildings.
Oh, wait a minute. There was a fatality right in downtown Columbus. The police sprayed that 22-year-old little girl, white girl, in the face with pepper spray, and she had an asthma attack and died. The police killed her, though.
Oh, they ain't talking about that. That's not included.
Okay.
I'm just...
Okay.
We got
more police brutality.
As they were saying, court, stay on point. You know. Your Honor, strike that last statement, please. All right, we'll proceed. Over the past year, we have seen our nation's first responders become targets of intimidation, harassment, and assault. These police is catching it, is what they saying. The first responder. This is simply unacceptable, wrote Senator Tim Schaefer in an email. We are a civilized society, and we don't seek change through violence. Wait a minute. He is not. He is obviously. He is obviously from another country. Came to America maybe in the 1950s or so. Not even then. All right, but I'm just saying, he's not a student of history. We are a civilized society, and we don't seek change through violence, huh?
We don't seek change through violence. No, we did not. No, we don't seek change. We just seek the silence.
The groups representing Ohio's first responders agreed. Of course they would. Schaefer, who sponsored both Senate bills, has support from the Ohio Fire Chiefs Association, Ohio Prosecuting Attorneys Association, and the Fraternal Order of Police.
Fraternity.
A trinity of terror. That's what it. Wait, oh my God, hold on. Concerns about criminalizing protests. Democrats and the ACLU of Ohio have concerns about the legislation. For example, SB 16 will create a new crime for blocking traffic.
Lights.
Huh?
Oh my God. Somebody just came at me with no lights on. They just came through the intersection and got lights on the first, and it's dark. Man, what's wrong with people?
Just don't, just don't scream too loud. You might fall up under one of these bills. For example, SB 16 will create a new crime for blocking traffic or unlawfully impeding public passage. If committed during a riot, as defined in state law, the charge could be a 5th-degree felony. So they're going to start giving out felonies for protesting. But go ahead.
They getting ready, because if this verdict come out the way that I think they're going to do.
There you go.
All hell gonna break loose. Again.
A lot of people is just like, they wishing. They just like, oh, I hope it don't. But hey, I'm trying to tell them.
We hoping, because how could you see what you saw and not do the right thing? But
But who does? It depends on who the right thing benefits.
I need to mute you off for a minute. I'm about to order some food. Hold on.
When people think of a riot, they think of cars being overturned or buildings on fire. But Ohio defines riot extremely broadly. ALCU, Ohio's chief lobbyist Gary Daniels said 5 people who get together in a violation of disorderly conduct to commit a misdemeanor is a riot. 5 people. That's all it takes. In a protest,
5 people are a riot.
Right. 5 people are a riot in Ohio. That's in the law right now. In a protest where thousands of people were packed into the streets, he said, a riot could be declared because people didn't walk away fast enough after an order to disperse. It's a direct slap in the face. Rep. Sandra Denson, a Democrat of Cincinnati, said he's proud of the way Cincinnati worked to improve relationships between police officers and the black community, following a series of officers-involved shootings that culminated in riots, boycotts, and federal lawsuits. I've been part of the ongoing work. This takes us 20 steps backwards, said Denison, who was black. Imagine, he continued, seeing something like what happened to Floyd and pulling out your cell phone to record it. You start shooting and screaming, as any human might do, and they may be considered interfering with an officer, and you may end up in the same position as the person on the ground. See, because the key aspect, especially of House Bill 2022, is that if they tell you to stop filming and you do not film, you are interfering with the police work. And if you are interfering with the police work, you can now be arrested. This is the laws that they're bringing out. So they're trying to neutralize the power of the camera. Because everybody has... Yeah, we move fastly towards it. See, a lot of y'all thought that... because this is what's crazy to me. Many people believe that white supremacy was supposed to leave and things were supposed to change because the great pumpkin left the White House. But it's always been this way, family. It's always been this way.
No, he just unleashed a lot of it.
He even unleashed it. He even unleashed it. It was already there. It was there.
Here, but I'm saying he made it publicly acceptable to act in certain ways that they weren't comfortable doing before. He attacked the whole his own government. He led an attack on his own government.
You mean he turned on his own crew?
But guess what?
What?
They didn't impeach him.
Oh no, they didn't impeach him, and they still ain't went after him. See,
they're protecting him.
They're
protecting him. Why? Why? Ask yourself why.
I really, personally, I really don't care because I'm like, I mean, I'm waiting for the infighting. I'm waiting for the hits to start popping off. You know?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They're still pushing towards this civil unrest, this class war, this race war, this it's still going on.
Oh yeah,
it is still going on.
Especially
the push is still on.
Especially when people can't tell the difference, when they're veterans, they can't tell the difference between a taser and a handgun. I mean, come on now. I know.
I'm watching this thing, and she's like, tase.
You ain't watching it and driving, are you?
No. I'm talking about when I saw it earlier.
Okay.
No.
You said watching. Watching means you ain't say watch.
No. Oh, well, when I saw it, when I'm looking at this, I'm just like, what the absolute, what?
See now, but part of the issue, CeeLo, is not trying to understand it. You understand what I'm saying? All right, cool. Well, I mean, but in trying to make sense of it, from your standpoint, you will go nowhere but crazy, and you will do nothing but get madder and madder. I mean,
it is just the fact that they are saying loud and clear, we gonna do what we want to do.
We're gonna do what we want to do until y'all make us stop.
Right. Yeah. There's no nice way to ask them to stop because they ain't gonna stop.
This whole situation goes to the folk tale that we did today, the ox and the butcher.
Yeah, I didn't hear the folk tale.
I'm not gonna repeat it. You supposed to get on my show on time.
Well, I told you I was getting my hair cut. Is that all right with you?
You turn me on in the barbershop. I travel everywhere. I travel well.
Well,
hit me to some of them hustlers.
In the barbershop.
And
I couldn't put my earphones in because I was getting my hair cut. And I got to kind of go over your ears.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and he says, back to the article, that's what he sees when he reads HB 22, a bill that would expand Ohio's definition of obstruction of justice to include failure to follow a lawful order from a law enforcement officer or diverting a law enforcement officer's attention. So if they say, put up your phones and stop recording, and you refuse, now they have the legal way to come at you. And in trying to get your phone, which is your right to have, and your right to film, especially if it's a public servant, they can wrestle you down and choke you to death. Or mistake the taser. Right? But hey.
Yeah.
Welcome to America. Shit.
It's America.
But police officer who testified before Denson on the House Criminal Justice Committee urged him to pass it. Officers are very vulnerable when attempting to make an arrest, especially in the absence of backup officers. Ohio State So how is somebody filming you, violating you, or making you unsafe?
I would think that would help you.
I'm just saying. If they are not putting their hands on you, they are a distance away, and they are filming you. How is someone filming you, putting you in danger?
But this is the problem.
And part of the other problem is this. Because they are outside occupying force, See, part of defunding the police is also creating, in a sense, a community-based policing model where individuals that police a neighborhood need to live in a neighborhood. You need to know the people.
But see, this is the thing. This is the thing. I think that, you know, had the video that brought the whole George Floyd thing to prominence was actually the bystanders video. It wasn't those cameras that the city had posted in the area. And see, they actually weren't going to take this thing to trial. They really weren't. But I think the public outcry just and then all the protests and everything just got so. I mean, there were protests around the world, not just in the United States.
Right, because people were able to see the video.
They couldn't sweep this under the rug.
Right.
They couldn't make this go away. But it was a bystander's video, not their video.
And one of the questions,
is what this is all about.
And one of the questions we need to ask is what's going on with the bystander? Is she safe? Because I think it was a she. It was several people filming, but the one that made the prominence, because please understand, the police retaliates, family.
Oh, absolutely.
They retaliate.
Absolutely. That woman might need to leave the country.
Especially when they know they could do it and get away with it.
Yeah, their video didn't show what hers showed. Their videos, none of their videos, body cams or nothing, showed what hers showed. And that one expert, he used her videotape when he said right here, this is where he died, right here. That pulmonary specialist, he said this is the point where he died, right here. It was her video, and they closed up on his face and said, "See, from their videos you couldn't see none of that."
None.
And then the defense attorney gonna try to come up with some old screwed up angle, talking about his knee was on his back. So what? Either way, you pressing him into the pavement.
And restricting the lungs from fully expanding and inhaling. And the heavier, the longer you stay on there, the heavier you get, and the less oxygen that an individual could take in. So regardless of whether you're on the neck or on the back, you're putting somebody in jeopardy. On the neck a little bit faster. So the piece, you know, and I mean, I know there has to be a trial, but for there to be this much struggle for this, and for people to still be on media right now talking about this as if there is doubt on whether or not.
Do you know that there may not have been a trial had it not been for her video?
Oh, we know it wasn't gonna be no trial if it wasn't a video.
There seriously may not have even been a trial.
This is why, and part of that is, and what's crazy is people don't connect the dots. This is why this type of legislation is being spread around to all of the cities. This ain't just happening in Columbus. This legislation ain't just happening in Columbus because they have seen that people have been filming and are able to post it up. You know what I'm saying? It would be video cameras would be no issue if videos didn't go viral. If you couldn't put them somewhere where a possible million people could see them. If you could only take them from your phone and show them in your house, there would be no issue. The problem is that this media allows each of us to become an advocate and an advocate for a community and a community reporter. It makes us an instant engine of the media.
Yeah.
So they have to eliminate
that. They can't tell the story the way they want to. They can't write the story the way they want to.
I have to control the narrative. I have to control the narrative.
All seen it. Absolutely. They want to control the narrative.
They got to.
Because I actually saw, I can't even figure out to this day how in the world when Philando Castile's girlfriend went live when they were killing him, she went live on Facebook. I saw that. I saw it in real time as it was happening. I was sitting at my desk and that video came up and I was like, oh, this is somebody went live. A lot of times people go live, I have my headphones on and sitting at my desk and I be, listening to music or scrolling Facebook or whatever. And I was like, what is this? And I'm listening to what she's saying and then I'm listening to the op. I said, wait a minute, this is a police stop. Wait a minute. And then when the shots started going off and then she, then she started, that video went on and on and on, and they made her put her phone down, and they drug her out the car, and, people are like, oh, well, he wouldn't have shot in the car with the people in it and the kids and stuff. Yeah, right. They don't care. There was a little girl in that car.
Don't care.
They didn't care.
Don't care.
They don't care.
And
they don't see people. They don't see people. When they see us, they don't see people.
Family.
Y'all need to understand that.
No, they see prey. Listen, I got a folk tale. One of the first folk tales. I want to remind y'all. Hold on. One of the first ones we read. The Wolf and the Lamb. Folk tales for grown folks. Here we go. A wolf meeting up with a lamb astray from the fold, resolved not to lay violent hands on him, but to find some plea to justify to the lamb the wolf's right to eat him. He thus addressed him and said, Sir, last year you grossly assaulted me. Indeed, bleated the lamb in a mournful tone of voice, I was not born. Then said the wolf, you feed in my pastures. No, good sir, replied the lamb, I have not yet tasted grass. Again said the wolf, you drink on my well. No, exclaimed the lamb, I never yet drank water, for as yet my mother's milk is both food and drink to me. Upon which the wolf seized him and ate him up, saying, well, I won't remain supperless, even though you refute every one of my imputations. And this brings us to the folk tale of the day. See, I keep telling y'all, this is crystallized wisdom. What we are going through is nothing new. The only thing new is the technology. The same shit has been happening to oppress people and to us. Since these motherfuckers learned how to sail a boat.
And make a gun.
And especially make a gun. We gotta stress that.
Make a gun.
And make a gun and be able to kill somebody from a cowardly distance. We have been going through this.
This has been going on ever since.
And the pimp side of it is they make you feel good. So for a long time, they were able to get away with saying they were high, or they were drunk, or they were very disrespectful, or they resisted arrest. But when you got film, they can't defend that shit. Because when they get you, wait, hold on. When they get you, they're whispering to you like the wolf was to the lamb. I know you cooperating, but you're not going to take my meal. You're not going to take my meal.
I will have my satisfaction.
I will have my satisfaction.
Chauvin was going to kill George Floyd, didn't matter what he did.
George Floyd or somebody else. Because he could.
Kill him. When he walked up, he was going to kill him. This should be a trial. They've put his character, they've continued to assassinate his character. They have killed this man, and now they continue to assassinate him. But, see, this should not be a trial about anything that he did. This should be a trial about how are you supposed to address a minor crime like this? You walk up on a minor, $20. We're talking about $20, and this man is gone.
Forever.
So what are you supposed to do? It ain't like he robbed the store at gunpoint. I might could see you coming up on him a little harsh if he had actually robbed the store at gunpoint, but he was not armed.
Wait.
When y'all took him out the car,
wait, hold on. He wasn't harmed. Wait, did they take him out the car, or did he step out the car?
He was handcuffed, so they kind of.
He was handcuffed.
They kind of helped him get out the car.
They helped him so they handcuffed him in a police car? See, because I never saw it.
They handcuffed him. They had handcuffed him and put him in the police car.
And then pulled him out, and then all this stuff ensued.
Yep.
So you're right. Nothing about his character, none of that stuff should be under trial. What should be under trial is this man's murderous behavior. Because if he was sitting in the car already handcuffed, what purpose other than harm could you have?
Did you pull him out the car?
Wow. I didn't know all that. I didn't. So that's intent to murder.
As it is for me to watch,
I can't watch.
As painful as it is for me to watch, that's why I have to watch it, because I can't let them tell me what happened. I need to see for myself, because once they come down with this bogus vote verdict, I can say, how did you do that? Seeing what we all saw.
And this is a crucial piece that we have to understand. Then many of them are not seeing what we're seeing. Because you pointed out what they saw was a police officer killing a lamb or slaughtering an ox.
And then, George Floyd he was such a big guy and he was a threat. No. There was a risk. His size was a risk, but he didn't manifest any threat. He was saying thank you to them when they took him out of the car, because he was saying he was claustrophobic. He said thank you. He said thank you. He said thank you to them right before they killed him. Thank you.
You know another reason I can't watch that? He looks like one of my boys.
He looked like us. Thank you. He looked like somebody you know.
Right. Oh yeah. Definitely. Look like somebody related to me. Look like somebody I raised. Reminds me of him. I'm talking about size and everything. You know what I'm saying?
A kid I grew up with named Hubert Williams. He looked just like Hubert Williams. Guy I grew up with in Youngstown, Ohio. Yep.
That's
it. And the trauma and the terrorism that they continue to inflict upon us with each and every single last one of these events. It's trauma. It's terrorism.
All right, so I'm gonna have to pull it to an end, fam. But I'm gonna thank you, CeeLo, for calling in, and I'm gonna get on up because I gotta get ready for the adventure tomorrow. We got to do the toast, and also we got Blunt Talk coming up tomorrow. So y'all go.
Cool. I'll be flying, but I'll be in Florida. I'll be flying to Florida tomorrow night. So hopefully, I don't know. Yeah, I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all, but I'll be tuning in from there.
All right.
All
right, family. With that, I'm saying I want to remind you, you are now standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Giami Journey Media. I am your host, Brother Hatim, and of course, you know this has been Folktales for Grown Folks, and I want to thank you for joining us, but this has been a Heart of December production all day, every day, and I want to let you know that we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Simba has something else to say. All right, family.